Remote control that allows you to go from a soft and soothing massage to deep muscle tone without having.
Okay, we are now live. We're on recording. Excellent. Robin, welcome to Robin's Kitchen, everybody. This is, I think, week 24, I want to say, of Homemade with TGP. Very exciting. I can't believe we made it. It's like half a pregnancy, just so you all know. So, welcome to Robin's Kitchen. She's going to teach us how to make caramel matzo crunch, and go right ahead, Robin.
Hi, everybody. So I think a lot of you have made this. So, we call it matzo crack. And the person that loves this the most is my Italian boss. So one of these recipes are going to him. But anyway, so I made a batch. I have a batch in the oven, and I'm going to make a batch here so that you'll, see each spot, each. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put my matzah on my tray. So what I buy is these Reynolds parchment sheet. I'm going to put down a parchment sheet. So that's the first thing. And then you take your matzah. I'll show you my tray in a second once I'm done. And you put down at least two, and then you take the third one or fourth one and you break it up into pieces. So let me just put it down, and now I'll show you. Can you guys see it? Oh wait, I have to take you off my, 1 second. Sorry. Okay, so I don't know, I'm not sure if you can see. Can you see the matzah is spread out? You can't see it? How about now? No, this way. Now you can see it. Okay, so there's the matzah. First I put down tin foil, then you put down a piece of parchment paper, and then you put the matzah down. Depending on how big your tray is, will be how many matzahs you need. This is a smaller tray, and I also have bigger trays, so it took more matzah. Okay, so that's the first thing. Then what you do is you take, here's my ingredients, a cup of brown sugar. I use Trader Joe. I mean, this stuff isn't kosher Passover yet because it's not Passover yet. But once you make this for Passover, of course you're going to buy kosher Passover brown sugar and kosher Passover butter or margarine, whatever you guys use. So I'm going to put this in my pot, kind of break it up. And then what I did is I let my butter sit for a long time, so it's really soft, so it'll melt really quickly. But if you don't get it really soft, you can cut it up into pieces or whatever's good for you. Okay. So
Robin, one whole stick of butter.
A whole stick of butter or unsalted butter and unsalted margarine. And then you turn your heat on. I'll show you. So here's the lower my flame, and then you just mix it until it's all melted. It doesn't take that long. Like I said, if you have your butter already melted, it's pretty quick. So I'm gonna melt the And I believe you can use any kind of matzah because some people use gluten-free matzah, some people use whole wheat matzah. I'm sure you could make it with any kind of matzah. And again, whether you know, depending on whether you want to make it parve or not, you either use butter or margarine.
Robin, I told you that for Passover, I'm gonna make it with spelt matzah. I'm sure.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
gonna,
That's
Yeah.
why I said it, because I don't know, is that gluten-free?
yes, yes, spelt matzah is gluten free. I don't know. Is there any other? Does anybody know any other matzah that's gluten free?
I mean, I assume like the more, you know, as time goes on, they'll have more.
There is a gluten-free matzah. I
There
don't
is
know what it's made with. It's not spelt because spelt is like an ancient form of wheat, and this is wheat-free. So I don't know again which flours they use, but
Okay, I'm gonna
Deb, I'm sorry. Deb is so spelt matzah isn't
stop
gluten
that for
free.
1 second.
I don't believe so because spelt is an ancient form of wheat. So I would think it's not, but there is a gluten-free
Yeah, I don't think
matzah.
so either.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
can
have to do
find
more
it out, I
research. Okay,
promise.
so I'm taking back my sentence. I'm not doing spelt. I'm doing gluten free.
There
Is
you
that
go.
me?
Yes.
I don't know what.
Echo.
Robin, mute one of your devices or you get the echo.
I know. It was muted.
Robin, what were you melting? The butter with what?
With a cup of brown sugar.
Okay.
Right here.
Can you just repeat what you were saying about gluten-free matzah, or did I miss on that whole?
So no, there is gluten-free matzah. I know that I often purchase a couple boxes of they have special flavors too. Like we get the everything special gluten-free matzah, or we'll get the garlic and onion flavored one just because it, you know, makes it taste a little bit better. It's not stuff that you could use at the Seder because of the fact that it's flavored and stuff, but there are, I'll find out the brands and I'll figure it all out and I'll send it out to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now, can you see what I don't know. Peter, am I on the pot? I can't see it.
No, your camera's off on the cam.
Sorry. Okay, now.
Now we see your hands.
It's hard to stir and do.
Now we see your floor. Now we
Right,
see.
okay.
Okay,
we go.
there you are.
That's why I needed you to do it so I could see. Okay, so once it starts boiling, I stir it constantly for about 5 minutes. So it gets really like gooey and caramely. And the sugar like kind of melts, because if not, it's like kind of like granulated. So see how it's like bubbling up?
Robin,
Yeah.
is the 1 stick of butter all that you're going to put in? Just 1 stick?
Yep, 1 stick of butter and 1.
Okay, because I think I saw on the email that it said 1 pound.
No, it should be
And I thought, wow, that's an awful lot of butter.
no 1 stick of butter and 1 cup of brown sugar.
Okay, thank you.
Oh. See, it gets like bubbly and trying to figure out. Oh, there we go. And once this is finished, I will take it and I will pour it over my matzah, and I will take like what do you call it again?
Spatula,
Think of it. One of these.
spatula.
Spatula, and I'll spread it out. Okay. When I spread it out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my other one, and I'm going to finish it up, you know, so that I'm not waiting the 15 minutes for it to be done. You know what? I'm going to give it like 1 more.
Robin, while you're doing that, I just wanted to let you guys know, I went online and Manischewitz makes a gluten-free matzah, and it's made with tapioca starch, potato flour, potato starch, potato flakes, couple other bad things, palm oil, vinegar, egg yolks, dates, honey, but it's definitely gluten-free. So, and it's made by Manischewitz. I'll be buying that, and it's really expensive. I'll be buying that.
think shop.
$6.99 for one box when you can get like the 5 pounds for free.
I got
Just so
5 pounds
you
for
know
free.
that the one that I was talking about is the Yehuda matzahs. The brand is Yehuda, and they have
Okay.
gluten-free matzahs too.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the video for 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to, you know what, maybe I should start the video. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm taking the mix and I'm gonna put my camera down. It's such an easy recipe, but it's like hard to like, oh there. Okay, so I'm gonna pour it over. It's like, you have to be very careful though. This is super, super hot and you can really burn yourself. Sound like a Jewish mother.
You are a Jewish mother.
I know. Okay, so I'm spreading it all out. Try to get it onto all the pieces of matzah. Okay, so it kind of looks like that. And I am going to, I have to find my mitts. 1 second. Where's my other mitt? Oh, my other mitt's up here. So I'm going to take out the one that I just made. And I'm going to put this one in. And you put it in for about 15 minutes. I know I might have had it in a little too long, but it'll be fine. So you take, I'll put that here. It's up for 15 minutes. So I'm going to put it up for 10 and look at it. You know what you do is you take, I think the recipe called for 3/4 cup of chocolate chips, but I like a lot of chocolate. And I'm going to you sprinkle it on. This was a bigger pan, so I think the one I just did is better because it was smaller, so the caramel was spread out better. But you wait about 5 minutes to, then you spread out the chocolate. So while we're waiting for it, I'm going to show you kind of the finished product. As things pull out of my freezer. Okay, so this is like the finished product. I don't know if you can see it. And what I do, actually, I usually do it before I freeze it, is I like to be uniform, so I use like a pizza cutter, and I just kind of like cut it, but usually I'll do it before I put it in the freezer, so it'll just kind of give it like pieces, but it'll still be together. So, but since this is like already frozen, basically what I'll do is I will cut it into different size pieces. And
You put different toppings on it, like nuts and sprinkle.
right. I was just, actually, that's funny. I was going to tell you that. A lot of people put nuts on it. I don't really usually do it. Some people take white chocolate and drizzle it over the dark chocolate. You know, whatever you guys like, that's what, but again, it's important to put parchment paper in the tin because it's very sticky, and the parchment paper, like, it comes up really easily. Okay. Please take it
I
off.
think your taste tester's here.
No,
He doesn't like it.
I'm the one person who really isn't a fan of it.
Oh, that's funny.
My kids like it. My bosses like
There's
it.
nothing in it I don't like. I just,
Well, David, you could bring some to me tomorrow if you want.
yeah.
I'm gonna be freezing all of this, so it's gonna be.
Robin gets requests from her office. for
I
all
told
this.
him, my Italian boss. He likes my Humintosh and he likes my matzo crack. Every day. When are you bringing me matzo crack? When are you meeting me? I was like, it's the wrong holiday. You know, they don't know the difference between Rosh
There's nothing-
Hashanah and Passover.
There's really no reason why I shouldn't like it.
Okay, so I broke it up into a lot of pieces. And hold on 1 second. Let me get the other. Okay, so I'm gonna now, I just take the chocolate. You see it's all melty. and I melt, and I like kind of, can you see that? What I'm doing?
Put your camera down a little bit further. Perfect. Perfect. That looks amazing.
So now I'm gonna,
So that was after it was in the oven, right? You put the
right, you
chocolate in
you take it out,
after the,
right? You put a cup of chocolate, you know, as much as chocolate chips as you want, about a cup. And then I take my little spatula thing and I
Pastry brush.
paint it, right? And I paint it, basically. See, and now what I'll do is, because I didn't do it with the last one, I will take my cutter and if I can find it, oh, here it is. And I'll like kind of like cut it like into pieces. Again, everybody does it differently. You know, some people do the other way that I just did. Also, people use different kinds of chocolate. This happens to be semi-sweet chocolate. Trader Joe's.
Robin, how long does it last if you don't freeze it?
The problem if you don't freeze it is that unless you put it in a cool area, it like the chocolate could get melty. So I would leave it in the freezer or the refrigerator. I mean, in my house is very warm. So if I left it out, it would get all like gooey and mushy. But I think it lasts a long time because the chocolate will get hard.
So how long do you take to do, does it defrost quickly?
I mean, we eat it cold.
Oh, you eat it like that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want it so cold, take it out a little earlier, but. And.
So you eat it frozen or just cold?
It's not really frozen, even though it was in my freezer. It's like, have you ever, I don't know if you've ever done it. We used to make chocolates, like, you know, molded chocolates, and we put in the freezer to kind of, you know, get hard. It's the same idea. Like I said, you could put it in the refrigerator. As long as the chocolate gets hard, you don't want it melty like the one that's not in the freezer yet. And I mean, that's basically it. It's very easy. It's very good. It's very fattening. Actually, I saw a recipe with the calories on it. Very high.
Don't give us the calories. That's not what we want.
I won't.
Nobody gives out calories in this class.
Unless I'm doing a Weight Watcher recipe.
And don't give us the points for this either.
Oh, no, I promise. Yeah, and then I'm gonna just put this in the freezer. Well, it's a little warm, so I'm gonna wait and put it in the freezer. And that's my Matzoh Crunch. And if you have,
You have to freeze it flat then, huh?
yeah, kind of. But you know what? My freezer's like packed, and I'm always able to just get it into the top part. Again, you could put it in the refrigerator too. I mean, it's not. I just happen to put it in the freezer. Let me see. What does the book tell you to do? See, this says chill in refrigerator. So you can chill it in the refrigerator too until set. So, I just happen to put it in the freezer.
I like the pictures on your wall. Is that in your kitchen? Like, that's very
Yes.
appropriate, very nice.
Yeah.
The other thing about freezing them is, especially if you're making a bunch, it'll harden faster, so that way you can keep doing it instead of
Right.
having to wait in the refrigerator.
So what I'm going to do is the one that I did earlier today, I'm going to put it in a plastic bag. I'm probably going to freeze it, but I might
Right.
not. If I don't have room, I'll throw it in my refrigerator.
Right. Excellent.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions for Robin?
This was a quick one.
That's what I like, easy stuff.
What so what
Yeah,
else can we put, what can we put on the on top of it? Like, I've put some crunch walnuts.
Almonds,
Nut flakes.
What'd you say? What kind of flakes?
cranberries,
You could do coconut flakes.
Oh, coconut flakes.
coconut
I don't
flakes,
eat
and
coconut, but
dried
yeah.
dried cranberries.
Dried cranberries.
Or you could do it. You could do like a white chocolate and then put on cranberries and coconut. That would be so good. David said,
Wow.
I don't think sunflower seeds goes with that.
You could also do, I mean, I don't know if they're kosher for Passover sprinkles. There probably are, but you could do sprinkles
Right,
to
to
make
make
it
it pretty.
fun and pretty.
Anything you find on a chocolate bark.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
nonpareils also.
Yeah.
I'm just taking the nibbles of the
Definitely
chocolate.
almonds.
out of
The
the-
ground coconut, the ground nuts.
Yeah.
See, I would prefer pieces of nuts.
Yeah, I would do chopped nuts instead because I prefer that too. I like a little crunch.
Crunch, exactly. I meant to buy nuts yesterday and I forgot,
Sprinkle
so.
coconut on it.
Oh, yeah, I do have.
We have it.
Want to put some coconut on it?
From Chocolate with
Can you
fresh
go,
stuff.
can you go get it for me? I'm gonna put some coconut on it.
Oh
I'll let you know how it is.
yeah.
We actually-
Well, don't bring me any coconut because I'm allergic to
No,
coconut.
I'm not,
so-
the one that I made today, I'm not gonna put it on. I have unsweetened shredded coconut.
Stand is putting it on it.
Well,
If you get any, save me a piece for Thursday.
Okay, it'll be in the
I'll try to
fridge.
bring some over. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to, but we'll talk. I'm just gonna put on some, because this is actually unsweetened coconut. I don't know how it's gonna be on it.
No, it's better that way.
Oh, it's better that way because it won't be so sweet.
Right.
Right.
Let's see how, can you show us how that looks?
Looks really pretty. 1 second. Oh, how about that? Can you see it?
Oh, pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah, that looks really nice. They're like coconut flakes. Okay, now I'm gonna move this out of the way because I'm gonna be taking another one out.
You know what you could do? You make all these nice little pieces and then you put it in a really pretty box with tissue and you give it as gifts at Passover.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like I think like if you cut it into squares, it looks more like professional looking.
Yep.
And the other thing I did today is I made my Hamantash because I made dough and froze it. I was very busy being a
You were
Jewish
very
cook.
good.
Yes, very busy. And then I'm gonna, but except that I put too much apricot in my apricot ones and they kind of look crappy.
That's okay. They'll still taste delicious.
Yep, as long as they taste good.
Well, my Italian boss, I gave him one apricot one and he was mad I only bought him one. So he's getting all the crappy ones.
Wonderful. So does anyone have any other questions for Robin or?
I don't like Hamantashen either, but her Hamantashen came out good.
That's Dina gave us to us.
Ooh, which one? That just the
The William,
plain one?
the William Greenberg one.
Oh yeah.
Good in it.
And then I put my chocolate chips and Nutella and apricot. Give me the bit, give me the thing of,
All right. Well, I'm going to stop recording and stop going live because we don't need to.
Is it covered?